Dear brothers and sisters, as we heard the two readings of today, the first and the second reading, I'm sure the thought which have come in your mind is the central theme of today's reading is simply to say God is in control. Of course, in control everything, but this thought was much more relevant in the time of the Israelites who were in slavery, or some time of Jesus. And this reminds me of a small anecdote of two people, one a blind man and his guide, waiting in the launch to take the flight. That is, as they stood in the line, the guide remembered that he had forgotten to buy something for his family. So he told this blind man, he said, remain standing here, do not move to right or left or front or back till I come. In the meantime, as he went to do his shopping for his family, forgotten to buy, the gate for boarding the flight opened. And those in front of the blind man began to move ahead to board the flight. But this blind man stood firm in his place. And those behind began to wonder why he is not moving. And then those behind began to move around him and went to the boarding gate. As the people moved, there were some children who also boarding the flight. They looked at him and began to wonder, what is this man here, like pillar standing? In the meantime, his guide returned back and they both boarded the flight. This small anecdote has a resonance in both the readings. In the first reading, we heard about Isaiah tried to console the people who are in slavery in Babylon. The people grumble and say, we have lost our right to live, which we had in our home, back home. Isaiah tells him, don't worry, he says, God is in control of every situation in life, and more so now you are in slavery, God is in control. But they don't understand what he's talking about. They say, look, it says, up the stars and all. It says, God knows how many stars, constellations are there, and he is in control of them. So in the same way, God is in control of you. Then reminds and see, you are here because you didn't allow God to take control of you. You misuse the freedom, and the result is you are here as slaves. But don't forget, it says, God is in control. He'll come back and take you back to your promised land. The Gospel passage also says, come. The word Advent, what does it mean? What is the root of the word Advent? From the Latin word ad venire, means to come. That's what this is. Advent is the Lord is coming. And so the Lord invites people, all people, to come to him. In life, we have lots of problems. Various types, financial, business, family problems, children going astray, not listening, and so on. What do some people do? They try to get a recourse for some solution by going to alcohol and whatnot. And the Lord says, no need to go there. Come to me. However great your problems are, and put all of them on my shoulder, he says. I will give you rest, because the Lord is in control of everything on this earth, also of your lives. But there's one condition, he says, take my yoke upon you. Those of us who lived in villages earlier times, maybe 50s, 60s or 70s, even now you find it, when you plow the field, there's a yoke pulled by two oxen. Jesus says, that yoke, come, put on me. There's only one, so to say, yoke the Lord gives us. The Jews had multiplied and remultiplied the commandments, and so they became very, very heavy on the people. The Jesus says, I give only one. Love God and love your neighbor. That's the only commandment I give. It says, if you fulfill the commandment and come to me, it says, I will give you life everlasting. And so today, my dear children, Blake and someone is dreaming there. There's only one thing Jesus asks you today. Maintain the friendship which you'll start today, already began with Jesus. And the parents are here to help you to maintain that bond by just living one commandment. Love God, love your neighbor, by being kind, loving, obedient to your parents and those elders. So with this thought in our mind, let us ask Lord to help us. Then when we are troubled, disturbed by many so-called difficulties of life, let's go to Jesus. He will come halfway. We go to Him halfway. When we both meet, we realize that bond, that union will be blessed by the Lord.